Hello and welcome to the first live stream in 2025. We're going to give it a couple of minutes to give the people that want to tune in time to join. As you see, I hope you can see it. Audio might be a little funky, stream might be a little funky, setup is not ready yet. We are not done yet moving into our new place. As you see, there's still stuff laying around everywhere. Yeah, have a new streaming setup. Not sure if it's working very well. I guess Irina, my better half, is gonna also join to check the audio quality. If there are some issues or so, please feel free to share it in the chat. Yeah, what else is there? So obviously this is called, or this series is called Comment Chaos Live. Thank you, sweetie. And it's something I did back in, I think, 23. But then life happened, so the moving to Germany after Russia invaded Ukraine, and then dealing with accountants and incorporating in Germany and whatnot, and a million other things. And I feel now it's time to actually bring back the format. So the idea of Comment Chaos Live is obviously to give you a chance to ask questions that you don't get or didn't get the answer to in one of my videos so far. And yeah, we're gonna do that by, as said, giving you the chance to simply ask in the chat, which you can do if you are a subscriber to the channel for at least 1 day. So we want to make sure that we don't have just some bots or crypto spammers or something show up quickly to share their nonsense. Hi, Special B, YouTube, great to have you here. And yeah, so the idea is to give you answers. We're probably going to limit this format at 30 minutes. Some streams might be shorter, some streams might be longer. But again, the core idea is to give you answers. And we do that by going through or answering the questions that you ask directly in the chat, and additionally by going through the comments that I receive on my videos, because very often, yeah, I mean, some of them are repetitive, but very often they answer questions that a lot of people are asking, so it's kind of a nice format, I think. Anyway, today, however, we start with something very, very special. Today I received this nice package. Thanks to all of you. Like, I haven't opened it yet. You can see it's still sealed. I just ripped off the label where it shows my address, because as much as I like all of you, I don't want to have random people ringing my doorbell or calling pizza delivery or SWAT or something. Yeah, so this is supposedly the YouTube button. Nice to have you here, even if you're new here. That's supposedly the YouTube button that I deserved, earned, whatever, for getting 100,000 people of you to subscribe to the channel. So oh, there it's also taped. So 1 second, then we can look at it. I don't have a place to put it yet. As we can see in the background, there's no shelf, no nothing. Sorry for the clicking noise. And yeah, let's see. You get to see it first. Okay, you get to see nothing first. Okay, so there is some velvet or something. Something's covering it. Look. Okay. There is a letter from YouTube. There's a card from the service that made the congratulations on your subscriber. So I'm gonna hold it here for a second. You probably won't be able to read it. Maybe you are. Anyway, so congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Thank you, Rick. If your award was damaged during shipping, or if you have any questions, please contact us at whatever, yeah? So that's from the company that does the award, followed by, in quotes, letter from YouTube. I mean, it's some printed thing, yeah, so it's not that they write it for everyone. Yeah, so do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th or your 1000th subscriber? Chances are you do, and we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000 subscriber. Unfortunately, there is no way to see who exactly was subscriber number 100,000 or 100,000, but I remember the milestone for sure, yeah? Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you've built. Because of all of you, actually, not because of me. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. Might not be the most creative person, but committed I am. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your millionth subscriber, we may just write to ask you, do you remember your 100,000 subscriber? Yours sincerely, Neil Moran, YouTube CEO. So that's that. And there's the corner piece of the whole thing. Yeah, like, I don't know, like it's a little, I'm gonna unwrap it here, maybe then you can see it better, but obviously so it has some holes so you can actually hang it on the wall. It's quite flashy, really like a mirror. You can see the camera that's filming it right now, and outside of that, I'm not sure if the camera can capture it. I don't know how to hold it so it can capture it, but it basically reads, presented to Christian Raubenwald for passing 100,000 subscribers, YouTube. So that probably will go somewhere on the wall in the back in the near future. For now, it goes back into the plastic so that it stays shiny and nice until we get to that part. Again, thank you all for making this possible, even if only a handful of you are here today to share the moment with me. I know the stream was scheduled on such short notice. Let's put all of that back in the box, close the box. Let's hope it's not the last. I mean, as you may know, or you may not know, I also have a couple other YouTube channels, one for trading, where we have another live stream in roughly an hour, and one for gaming tutorials. You can find them on my main channel page. Anyway, with that out of the way, again, I'm really, truly grateful for everyone that decided to follow and subscribe down the road. With that out of the way, we can actually, if I push that button here, I hope it works, should be that one. Exactly. So we can actually jump into Agora Pulse, which is the tool that I'm using to manage my YouTube comments, because the YouTube interface just isn't good enough to handle conversations in comments. Yeah. Kaisham Raul, well, I think it's Raul, yeah. So thank you or welcome. Great to have you here. So as I said, the idea, if you have any questions about any of the projects that I covered in the past, feel free to ask them in the chat. Outside of that, we're going to see what the comments have to offer. I love your videos, which are on an old video that's more than 2 years ago. So obviously nothing relevant. Pi, thumbs up, muscles, heart, Italy. That's about Pi. That's actually interesting. So it's a scam. New regulations coming. Buy this coin with no address nor a smart contract. It's all to get your KYZ to sell to advertisers. It's now 6 years of the scam. There's just so much wrong in 4 little lines. First of all, I hate that people misuse the word scam. Yeah. So because if a project does not require you to invest any kind of money, it might be that it's a misleading project or so, but you don't get scammed out of anything. It's not like, for example, warning, there are videos circulating on YouTube. So there are some YouTube channels that pop up and that only have 1 or 2 videos where it's like how I made $2,000 in a day with this simple trading bot, and you can too, that then show you how you can copy the code from their GitHub repository, how you can set it up, how you link your MetaMask wallet. And if you follow the instructions, all that happens is it's going to clean out your crypto wallet. That's a scam because you suddenly lose something of value. And yeah, so please don't misuse the word scam. It's like something, I personally am probably oversensitive to the misuse of the word scam, but if you don't have to invest anything, and with Pi you don't, all you do is you press a button once per day, and yes, they require KYZ. Why do they require KYZ? Because if they don't, then I would just set up 100 fake Android phones on my computer, so run an emulator, so I have multiple fake phones, and I would suddenly be able to earn 100 times more coins than you do, just because I'm a little bit tech savvy, yeah? Which is the whole reason why KYZ is necessary. Yeah? Pi Network, or the company behind Pi Network, has their proper privacy policy and data protection declaration, which means, of course they could violate those policies and whatnot, but that would also go hand in hand, at least within Europe, with like insane fines that they would have to pay, even if they are registered in the US. Yeah. So I personally have little worry. One also has to consider one thing. I understand that in the US, for example, where you have a social security number, and if I know your social security number and maybe I also need your date of birth or something, I would be able to get a credit card in your name or, I don't know, finance a car or some shit like that. Whereas in every other country that I know of, if I would have a picture of your passport, I couldn't do shit with it. Yeah, I even if I know your name, your birth date, I have your picture of your passport, I couldn't do shit with it because, for example, within Europe, if I would try to open a bank account in your name, I still would have to go through either in-person verification at a local postal office or remote verification with a live video call where I show the actual ID, not just a picture of the ID. So yeah, and so the point about KYC to sell to advertisers, yeah, like it's theoretically possible. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it would mean that the team behind Pi Network would actually set themselves up for fines in 6-7 digit amounts. For violating their own privacy policy and for misusing data. And that would just be from Europe, not considering potential, I don't know, class action lawsuits from the US and whatnot. Yeah. So it just makes no sense. Yeah. Especially they don't need to sell your IDs or something because obviously they generate advertising revenue. Yeah. Now if they generate a lot or not is a different question, but they also need to pay servers and developers and a million other things. So there's that. Yeah. Now what else is wrong with this comment? So it says there is no address nor a smart contract. There's literally a public blockchain. So you can Google Pi blockchain explorer and you will find the block explorer that runs. On one hand, there's the testnet, second testnet, and the mainnet, where you can follow every single transaction, check every single wallet, and so on. There's obviously no contract because it's not a fucking token. It's a coin running on its own blockchain. And it's not been 6 years, but I think it's been 5 now. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. And at the end of the day, if you don't trust, Ahmed Mohamed, if you spam your random coin stuff again, you'll just get banned. So yeah, just shut it. Yeah, so if you don't trust Pi Network, don't do KYC, just miss out. Maybe it launches very cheap and you can then just buy some coins if you want. But again, I don't see any real risk in performing KYC because the data, like just a picture of my passport, I don't consider that very sensitive data. Again, in some countries that might be enough to do something bad, but in European countries, it's not enough to do anything. And yeah, and so that's about that. Yeah. I can't remember if it was your channel I found out about Remint. No, I didn't cover Remint. Yeah. So honestly, no idea. So Jesse Tompkins, by the way, welcome. Oh, I didn't set that up. Yeah, I forgot that. So sorry. 1 second. I just need a minute. Okay, we still have around 16 minutes, maybe a little bit more in today's stream. So I just need to pop up the chat and then get that magic URL here and then enable studio mode and then go here, put that there and go back to we're here, disable the studio mode. And now if I click on this, there we go. Oh, okay, so yeah, so I didn't cover Remint. I never looked at it. It's just been, there have been so many projects over the years. So Pi Network was probably the first. I mean, actually Midoin was the first, but it was from the beginning, not a scam, but just an advertising, I don't know, like let's call it a misleading project to generate advertising revenue, which was funny because I made a video about that project once and pointed it out that it's going nowhere, that there is no blockchain, no development. And the developers of the blockchain of the project actually left a comment on the video saying that they are going to deliver and it never went anywhere. Anyway, but Pi Network was the first, and then we had B Network, we had Alpha Network, we had like projects that were not exact copies like Sperax Play and so on. We had I don't know, there were so many of those projects, and many of them failed. Many of them are still out there but have little progress. I didn't cover all of them as much as I wanted. I didn't get to publish as much as I wanted, which is another reason why we are reintroducing the Comment Chaos live streams, which are going to happen probably Monday to Friday at like today's stream, 2:30 p.m. my time. And yeah, Alpha Network, my wife shares Alpha Network, and so But yeah, Remit I didn't cover. From all the projects that launched around the time of Pi Network is actually the one, while it took forever, while the user interface still looks like, I don't know, somebody made it in Paint. It actually is the one project that has solid progress. We have a blockchain running, we have real wallets, we have a KYC verification progress, we have migration logic, you have lockup logic, and you have a growing number of transactions. Yeah. Now let's move on a little bit. So the next question is, I want to sell my Pi. Anyone interested? Don't get me wrong, guys, but asking that on my channel just leads to this and then this. Yeah, because it's a violation of the rules of the enclosed mainnet to try to exchange your Pi for other fiat currency or cryptocurrency, which means you're not allowed to sell it. Now, before somebody screams now, oh my God, the world is unfair, or it's a scam, I cannot even sell it or so. Like, if you think about it for 2 seconds, there is, for example, tradeyourpi.com, which is the website operated by the people that originally started out the games for Pi or the games. So there are two that are called games for Pi. One is with the 4 and one is with the written word, and subreddits. Both of those I tried. There are videos on my channel that show how the transactions work. Trade Your Pi specifically has even, what's it called? Trustpilot, tradeyourpi.com. You can see they have a growing number of reviews. If we, can we say most recent? 4 days ago, last month. Yeah. So, I mean, they don't get hundreds of reviews, but you can see they get reviews. If you look at the 1-star reviews, you will find out that, most of them, they just don't make sense, to be honest. As I said, I personally interacted with the people organizing or running Trade Your Pi, which is, again, I think it's this one, Games for Pi on reddit.com. There you can also find their reviews from on Reddit, so before they launched the website. So if you want to cash out on your Pi and you already have coins migrated, then all you have to do is you go to Trade Your Pi, you pick whatever physical product, I don't know, get yourself a PlayStation 5 Pro or something, and then sell it on eBay. Yeah, so you're not violating the rules because you're using your Pi to buy some physical good, and then you just sell that good for money. Yeah, you might not like the exchange rate, but that's up to you. If you find somebody else that offers you a better exchange rate, that's great. But that would be one legit way how you can, if you really want to get rid of your Pi coins and exchange it. So just buy goods, Trade Your Pi. I'm not sure if they ship worldwide, but they definitely ship Europe, probably US as well. So yeah, their website looks a little bit meh, but obviously there is no pre-made online store system for Pi. So that's what you should do if you want to cash out. Yeah, asking for selling coins just gets you same thing. So just ban. I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm tired of explaining to people that if they don't even read any of the rules. So just 1 second, I'm gonna have to drag that window. But there. And then here goes this. Okay, so this looks better. That's a question that pops up very often. I think it is. Yeah. So I have a question. Some of my friends did the KYC. Some of them did not. But when I get my Pi balance unlocked because they are verified, I still did not get any Pi from them. But they did KYC. Yeah. So as you notice, I unfortunately I haven't set it up yet, but I will try to get it sorted out this week as well, that I can share my phone screen. I had it set up before, but I didn't configure it now. In the middle of moving. So sorry. As you know, when you check the mainnet checklist in the Pi Network app, then you will see that you have like your transferred balance, unverified balance, and transferable balance. And the unverified balance is everything you earn from your referrals and your security team members, and also from the person that invited you. So every time you start a 24-hour mining session, there is also a check, basically, or there should be a check, which of your security circle members is mining, or actually which of your referrals is mining, and how many security circle members do you have, and the person that invited you, is that person mining. And if they are mining, you get a little bit more every hour. Yeah, but that does not consider if they have passed KYC or not. So at the moment, all the pi that you earn as a bonus in quotes, so from security circle, referrals, and the person that invited you, they go into unverifiable or unverified balance. And only at the later point will the calculation be run or executed to check what of that actually comes from KYC verified members, and that will then switch to transferable. Yeah. So, but for now, everything you earn from referrals and so on and security circles, all is unverified. If you have 5 referrals and all of them passed KYC, you will get the entire unverified balance. But for now, it still says everything of it is unverified. Yeah. Jesse says, I'm holding all my pi as I truly believe in its future. Personally, I also see no reason to spend it. Like I said back then, I selected a 90% lockup, but only because I knew I need some available balance to make some videos to show transactions. Otherwise, I would have made 100% lockup. Yeah. Yeah, I might, depending on what the launching value is or so, and what my final balance ends up being and whatnot, I might maybe use a little bit to buy some stuff or so, especially since we moved, we need a lot of things. So, but overall, I also think, if the project succeeds, the coin will be worth more in 5 years than it will be at launch. So, sure, there are coins that have an initial surge and then they plummet. There is the risk, but then right now the pi that I have are worth in quotes 0 because everything is locked up or not transferred yet. So I don't really lose anything if I don't sell on day 1 in quotes. But if the project actually pulls through, I believe that it will be worth more in 3 years, 5 years than it is now. And so I also don't really plan on dumping it. I know there are a lot of people that cannot wait for cashing out and so on. I also know there are a lot of people that will be disappointed because if it's valued, in China or in Asia, you have some people that believe one Pi coin is $314,000 and they're already making transactions at that value. And all of them, the ones paying for it will be happy, but the ones that accept it at that value will be hugely disappointed because that value is just not supported in any way. But personally, I also believe holding makes more sense, yeah. But I can understand, if somebody has a 1,000 pi and it's worth, let's say it launches or is at 33 cents per pi, then we're talking about $330. That's already an average salary in the Philippines, for example, yeah. So it's 1 month salary, which means it, buys your food for 2 months or 3 months or 4 months or whatever, yeah. So it makes a difference in people's lives. Whereas if you are living in Europe and you earn, $2,500 per month, then getting $300 today will not change your life in any way. So I understand why for some people, especially if you're poorer, you might be enticed sooner to sell it. Whereas if you live somewhere where you automatically have a higher income, I know cost of living is then also higher and so on, but the amount you get is just less. So I guess there will be a lot of people that will try to sell it initially, especially in low income countries. And I feel pity for them because some of them might be forced because they really might need even that, in quote, small amount of money. But it just will be like that. And even so, I still believe, unlike other projects, if we look at, for example, Alpha Network that launched their exchange where people could already sell, where you then had, I'm not sure if we can see it, Alpha Network exchange, Mine Alpha exchange. Do we see the number? I would have to log in. I'm not logged in here, yeah? Or no, we see it actually. Sell orders, yeah? So you see Alpha Network doesn't have a purpose. So you have 163,000 sell orders and only 1,300 buy orders, yeah? Which means there is 100 times more people trying to sell. So for every person that wants to buy, there's 100 people that want to sell, yeah? And that's why the value, even though it's not even a real exchange, the value is kind of randomly, yeah? But that's why it's worth next to nothing. And even if you try to sell, it takes forever to sell because there are almost no buyers. Not sure where the investors number comes from and so on. But and Pi Network actually tried to avoid that because they actually said that, which is also a reason for the delay. They said, okay, before we launch the open mainnet, we have to have that number of verified users, that number of transferred and migrated users, that number of yeah, let's call it approved apps for the mainnet. Yeah, and those apps for the mainnet are there to potentially give Pi a purpose. I know there are not many of the apps that are great, but if there is one great app, doesn't have to be at launch, but within the next couple of years, if there is one app that launches that's really great, it would give people a reason to buy Pi coins so they can use it in that app. So let's, for example, say somebody launches something like Tinder. Maybe there is already an app. I didn't check the entire list of apps, but somebody launches something like Tinder, but you have to pay for your ads or for your subscription thing with Pi coins. And they, however, have a better algorithm than Tinder or whatever. And then suddenly it would attract users and they would then buy Pi coins so they can use that app. Yeah. Maybe it could be an exclusive dating platform for crypto enthusiasts or so. Yeah. So that would be just one example. And suddenly there is some demand for people buying Pi coins, which would create also or ensure that the price levels out somewhere and that you don't have 100,000 sell orders for only 1,000 buy orders. Yeah. Anyway, so the KYC stuff we covered. We have the next person that would like to get a ban. So there we go. Okay, that one cannot be banned. Well, comment still disappears. So now that scam that we had, my unverified balance we had. I didn't forget my own passphrase, but it's not working again. Well, then you forgot it. Yeah. I know that's a sore subject, so it's hard to admit for people. But the one thing you have to make sure of is keep your passphrase secure. Yeah. Like if you on your computer create a document, notepad, and you write your passphrase in there and you save it on your computer, then that is not secure because it's not encrypted in any way. Any kind of virus you get could find that document and steal it. A keylogger could grab it and so on. So I also understand, I'm actually working on a video about this. I also understand that obviously the average person doesn't have a bank deposit locker where they could then put a engraved metal plate with their passphrase to store it securely. And on the other hand, if you just write it down on paper, the paper might get thrown away. It might just, whatever, the ink might fade over time or some other stuff. But yeah, like you have to store it securely. So at least use a password manager. Like for example, for most things, so our company or our password manager is 1Password. I really like it. It's available on all the devices. So I have access to all my passwords wherever I go. They are stored securely. Yeah, so it's around $5 per month per user or so. But those $60 I pay happily to know all my passwords are secure. I get warnings when so if I store my Google password or I store my whatever store, let's say Amazon password, and Amazon would get hacked, then I get a notification within 1Password, hey, that site got hacked, update your password to be safe, yeah? So yeah, store it securely. Make sure that you wrote down the entire 24 words and so on. So maybe, like don't take screenshots because your screenshot is just a picture that again, with a virus on your computer or some infected app on your phone could also be captured. So, or somebody looking through your pictures might notice it and might not have the best intentions. So secure your passphrase. If you cannot unlock your wallet with your passphrase, then you simply made a mistake writing it down. Best case, you only had a typo, because then you can look up Stellar BIP word phrase or so. Seed phrases for Stellar, that should be it or not. Seed phrases for Stellar. Is it that one? Yeah, no, that's not the one. Okay. You can ask ChatGPT what are the seed phrases. So the BIP something, yeah. I can't find it right now. But as I said, you can ask ChatGPT. So if you have 24 words written down and it just doesn't unlock, then ask ChatGPT for the link to the word phrases or so, or maybe I find it. Is it that one? No, also not, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know where it is right now, but but it is a list of 2048. Oh, there, BIP39 word list, for example. Yeah, so that might not be the exact word list, but it's a pre-created word list. So if you have 24 words written down, but somehow you cannot unlock your wallet, then compare each word with the list to see if you maybe have a typo. Maybe you, I don't know, missed the letter, skipped the letter, switched two letters or whatever, yeah? So that's it. If you have less than 24 words written down, then you're shit out of luck because you don't know which word you're missing. Maybe you're missing the last, maybe you missed one in the middle, and you would have to try all 2048 if you miss one. If you miss two words, then you already would have, I mean, technically you then have 22 written down, so you have 2048 minus 22. So you have 2026 possible words times 2025. So if you only wrote down 22 words, you technically would have 4.1 million possible combinations for the remaining two. So you're shit out of luck. Yeah? You will not manually go through that effort. So keep your passphrase secure, not just for Pi, but for everything. If you cannot unlock the wallet with your passphrase, it's 100% your mistake. It's 100% you missed writing down all the words. You have a typo. Yeah, like there is a logical flow. Either you have the list of words that unlocks a wallet or you don't. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, lockup settings, same thing. I see people complaining coins got migrated and now it's mysteriously locked up for 3 years. Yeah. That is not a scam or an issue or so. That is users not paying attention, because when you go through the mainnet checklist, you literally have to confirm the lockup settings. And if you don't read it and you just click on confirm, you lock in a 3-year lockup. Yeah, which many people cry about it. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you think you'll have your coins in a week and suddenly they're locked for 3 years, you might be sad about it. But again, in 3 years, the project either fails and they are anyway worthless, so you don't really lost anything, or the project succeeds and they will be worth more than they are now. So good that they were locked up. Yeah. But yeah, it's again human error. Yes, the app could be a little bit more and show 5 more pop-ups for, are you sure? Do you really want to? But I mean, seriously, people should read. Yeah. What amount you have lockup and what is active, you see that in your wallet. So there you see your available balance, and then you see your total balance. Total balance is available plus what's locked up. Yeah. Maybe you know for how long this project with Pi is going on. Price is $24, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's not the price. So I have a video about it. I'm not going to go into it because we're already in overtime. But I have a video about it on the channel. Let's check if I find my channel. Wrong channel. There, YouTube. There, yeah. So is there no welcome video? Yeah. So, and then we have playlists, and in the playlist, somewhere in the long list of playlists, there is a Pi Network playlist, a little bit down, I guess. Yeah. Pi Network, Pi Lifestyle, no Honey Miner, there, Pi Network. So if you go to that playlist, just gonna pause that. I'm gonna share it in the chat, by the way. So if you're looking Pi Network playlist, there is a video that's called "Can You Sell Pi?" or so. So it's about the IOUs. Yeah, this one. Can you sell Pi? Pi Network IOU exchange listing. Yeah. Check that out if you're still not sure what the price is. So if we go to CoinMarketCap, I guess, actually we can even go Binance, Pi Network, then you see that there's a price. That is, however, for IOUs. That's completely different. Yeah. Again, watch the video because it's too much to cover here. Also, while I have your attention, I already forgot that. Yeah. Please, 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 please go Koinly, forgot an L. Yeah, there. Go there. I'm gonna share that link as well. Vote here. Go there and vote. Yeah, you can create your free account. Actually, 1 second. So that would be HTTPS //AF. Oh, there it was. Yeah. So So you can Koinly, yeah, I know I'm spamming links right now, but yeah. So you can create your free account there, which is like also the portfolio tracker and accounting tool I use for crypto. But more importantly, the first link that I share, go and vote there so that Koinly adds support for Pi Network. Yeah. Koinly has, I don't know how many thousands of users, and once support for Pi Network is added, it helps everyone that uses Koinly to do their proper crypto accounting with Pi, but it also gets exposure to those thousands of users and potentially brings a lot of people that are serious about crypto to join the project. So go and vote there. It's seriously, I cannot fathom how Pi Network has millions of users and we have 37 votes here. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I'm not sure. Yeah, got scammed. If you never share your passphrase anywhere. Yeah, the only website where you should enter your passphrase is in the Pi browser. When you from the Pi browser home screen, click on wallet, and only if the domain is something .minepi.com. Yeah, any other domain. So if it's like wallet.pi.com or wallet. pinetwork.com or something like that, all of those are not legit. So like minepi.com is the official website, so only wallet, I think it's wallet.minepi.com is the official wallet. Yeah. And obviously when you open it in the Pi browser. Yeah. Anyway, there's a button when you're on the home screen in the Pi browser to press wallet, and that's the only place where you ever enter your passphrase. And the same goes for all other cryptocurrency. Whenever you ask to enter your passphrase, it's just to clean out your wallet. Yeah, no Coinbase support, no Binance support, no Ledger support will ever ask for your passphrase or a seed phrase or whatever mnemonic phrase. So it's the same thing. So the word combination to unlock all your private keys. Yeah, nobody will ever ask you for that unless they want to scam you. Yeah, what else do we have? No, we want to disable the option. Yeah, I mean, if you pick a lockup, you pick the lockup. Like I get that it's frustrating, but I'm also getting annoyed by those kind of comments, to be honest. I'm sorry for that, but you know, like people don't look, they press a button and then they start complaining about why it's locked up. Like you made the choice, you didn't do your research, you didn't read that one text on the screen and just smash the button, yes, confirm, I'm sure, and then you are mad about it. Like, I mean, seriously, yeah. Anyway, migrated my transfer parents to a new wallet after signing. It's been nearly 2 months now. Yeah, so the transfer happens when the team executes it. They're not automated yet. So at some point they will be automated, and they probably wouldn't always happen within 2 weeks, but right now they're not. Yeah. And yeah, then over 3 million coins. Yeah, like one thing to keep in mind whenever you see a Pi Network app, I'm gonna actually share mine on the webcam. So we're gonna use this as a finishing not humble brag, but you know, like to just almost turned off the computer by mistake. Boop, close call. So if you see something like this, you see it says 4 point something million, which is insane, and it might discourage people. But the balance in the app is not the amount of coins that a user gets. Yeah. So obviously I have a ton of referrals, which in my opinion I also deserve, since I spend a lot of time educating people about the project. Yeah. But also many of those referrals are not active, which means while my app might show 4 million, I might get 5% of that. It will still be a lot, but then at the end of the day, I also put a lot of effort into promoting the project. So, but the core point is, whatever balance you see, doesn't matter in my videos or in other people's videos or so. First of all, there is Photoshop, so the balance doesn't have to be real. Second of all, it does not matter because we only get the balance from KYZ verified referrals. So if I invite 100,000 people, but nobody completes KYZ, I get 0 of that, and I only get a couple hundred that I earned myself. And so keep that in mind, yeah. And also, if you get discouraged by seeing people with higher balances, don't forget, even if Pi Network has 10 million migrated users, there is 8 billion people on this planet. Yeah, so there is still so many people you could invite, so many people that have 0 Pi right now. So don't feel like you're late just because people 4 years ago had a higher mining rate. Yes, there are whatever, 10,000, 100,000, a million people that have more coins than you, but there are billions of people that have 0 and that could still be invited to join the project. to increase your own mining rate and get them started. Yeah. So yeah, like I guess we'll leave it at that. So yeah, that's it for today. As said, this live stream, Comment Chaos Live, will be, with a few exceptions when I have appointments or something, be Monday to Friday to basically, yeah, hopefully answer questions. I know the streams will be a little bit repetitive because the comments I get are also often the same and similar, but I'd still do my best to answer the comments, and hopefully once more people again notice that we are doing the live streams, they'll jump in with different questions and topics we can talk about. And yeah, I appreciate all of you for stopping by. Again, thank you for the 100,000 that made this here possible. Can't wait to have the studio setup done, which will probably take another month or so. And yeah, so Jesse Tompkins, thanks for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah, you also have a fantastic rest of the day. Before I go, where do I have it? God, like so many things. Yeah, YouTube. Where are where do I have too many YouTube channels? There. Yeah. So feel free. So if you're also into trading and investing, feel free to join me in 20 minutes or 13 minutes for my daily episode of Daily Market Mastery. There, we also had a 2-week break now because of the move, but today is the first episode again. So yeah, if you're into trading, so that's not about crypto. I mean, we also look into some crypto, but it's mostly about stocks and investing. Then feel free to join there as well. Other than that, see you all maybe tomorrow for another episode of Daily Market Mastery. Till then, bye-bye. Where's the button? Where's the button? There's the button. Bye.